sponsored by Gamer Subs.
Look at your tongue. Your tongue is so cute. I like your permanent bleppy. It's so cute. Do you like horror movies, Corey? Ah! Oh my god!
Chat.
Sorry,
I
didn't
think
mean to scare you.
he doesn't like horror movies now. That was real scary. Come sit at the front.
Front and center.
Go to the front. Go to the front of the class.
Don't make me sit in the front.
Yeah, you're in trouble. Sit at the front of the class. Sit next to Irish.
Hang on.
Also, your avatar is very caked up.
Begin the story. Begin the story, dear Corey.
So I was at Philadelphia. Really awesome con. Really enjoyed myself. So a couple of things to know about me. I'm a bit of a nudist. I don't particularly like wearing clothes. Yeah!
Grab his dick and twist it!
Bro, dick twist!
Grab his dick and twist it!
Twist the dick! Dude, we were saying that all the friggin' time at MFF, man. That was... So, I can't really do nudism here because I live with my dad, and if that was actually acceptable, that would be hella weird. And I couldn't exactly do it where I used to live either because my ex would just go, "Oh, Corey, put your clothes on," and all that. So when I went to stay with Pineapple, basically he's got this huge house in the middle of the countryside, and it's great, and it's like surrounded by trees, and you can't, no one can see you. And he's like, "Dude, go nuts, be a nudist." So basically the entire time that I was there, I just never wore any clothes. So there's some context for you. So we go down to Philadelphia.
I should run away now.
We go down to Philadelphia, and I'm having a good time. I say hello to Seiko. First time meeting him, he has no idea who I am out of suit. So I was like some weird fan coming up to him. He's like, "Hi, Seiko, hello." And he's like, "Who are you?" Oh no, it's
even. Something. Who's this wanker?
Yeah, pretty much. We're in the con, and I decide, I'm gonna have some edibles. I have one weed edible, and I'm like, this is really nice. I'm gonna have another one.
Please, sir, I want some more.
At this point, I'm feeling like a full-on cush cushion right now. Like, I'm feeling really soft and really, mellow, if that's... we're like watching YouTube videos, and I'm like giggling away like, hee, this is great. So I asked my friend Bendix to give me another edible. So at this point, I'm like on 3 edibles. So that's like 15 milligram, and this is just like, this is fantastic. And I'm just giggling away, really happy. I'm all nice and fuzzy. And I remember, I've got a Mersuit party that I need to attend. I put my suit on, and I'm just waving the ride,
Such troublesome obligations.
Pretty much. And at this point, like, I didn't realize how long sometimes they took to kick in. So, like, this was like all within an hour. And past the hour mark, it really hits you. So I get suited up, and I'm about to go out the door, and then Pineapple comes back into the room, and he's like, Bro, you having a good time, bro? Hey, you have some more edibles. And I kid you not, he stuffs 4 edibles in my mouth at the same time as I'm going out of the door. So I had like 35 milligrams.
Oh my god.
At this point, I felt like I was a cryptocurrency. So I was walking around the place. I was level 4 of the 7 levels of high. I was sauteed. Yeah. But that was when I came downstairs and bumped into you. So like I bump into Seiko and I'm like, "Hey bro, come back to my room with me, please. But I think he gets pulled away by, like, I think it's Ezo, I think it is. So I was like, I couldn't do anything. But then this guy comes up to us. He's like, Corey, I've got this fursuit spray you've got to try. And he, like, sprays me. And it was like some sort of, like, caramel pie or something like that. It smelled delicious. And I'm like, "Bro, thank you so much, man. Thank you." And I grab it, and then I put it in my bum bag, and I start heading towards the elevators to go to this Mersuit party. And then this thing that you do when you're high is you start overthinking things. I started thinking, wait, did he give me this fursuit spray? And I'm like looking at it for like a good minute, where I've got to go ask just to make sure that I haven't stolen this off him. So I run back looking for him. and I find him, and it turns out he didn't give me it at all. He just wanted to make me test it. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please don't cancel me on Twitter again. You know?
He made you a guinea pig and you apologized to him?
Pretty much. Yeah, I thought he gave me it, but I was just so high. I was not, like, that night, I kind of was not there.
Brain smooth as a beach ball.
I go up to the Mersuit party, and this is where there are gaps in my memory, because it got very patchy from this on. I had a great time. Kazi, the goat, noticed that I was not in the most stable of states, and he's like, I don't think he can really consent right now, which I was perfectly fine, by the way. So Kazi, absolute sweetheart of a guy, really, really cute, really, really nice. He basically babysits me back to my room. So me and Cassie like have a shower together, and he takes real good care of me. And then he literally just tucks me into bed, and he's like, "Are you gonna be okay, dude?" And I was like, "Yeah, bro." And then he leaves the room, and I'm just feeling like, it's only 11 o'clock. I'm not feeling that tired. I'm gonna go and suit again. I'm gonna go down to the lobby and see everybody while in this incoherent state. So I get up and I put my badges on, go out of the door, and I start walking down the corridor towards the elevators. And I'm feeling, this is great. This is really good. I feel chilly for some reason because it's like air conditioning. I can feel it all over my body. I'm like, that's a weird sensation. And I get to the elevators, I push the button, and while I'm like sitting and whistling, I catch a glimpse of myself in the elevator doors because they're quite reflective. This boy has no clothes on. No clothes on. I'd walked through the hotel completely naked. Thank goodness, though, nobody had seen me at that point. I would have been completely gone from Philadelphia at that point. So I sprint back to the room. And as I like turn the corner from where the elevators are, I can hear the ping of the unmistakable sound of an elevator door just parting ways as I go around the corner. I didn't get caught, thankfully. So I'm like, okay, emergency meeting with myself. I get in and close the door, and I'm like, okay, right, this is bad. I've got to stay in here no matter what, because I'm freaking out, thinking, oh, they've seen me on the security cameras. They're gonna come for me. So I literally hide under the bed covers like it's the freaking boogeyman, and then I fall asleep. I just peek my eye open, and while I'd somehow passed out for like 2 hours. Unknowingly, I peek my eye open, and here's my roommate Leon looming over me like this, and I'm like, because no time had passed whatsoever. That must have been doubly weird for him, because I don't think he was actually stood that close to me. But in my mind, when I wake up, he's like there over me. But yeah, don't get too high and run around naked at a convention. And that's that story.
Noted.
How did I miss naked Corey running around the hotel at whatever hour?
If I'd seen you, I would have dragged you off.
Oh, we have to squat. Okay, I gotta squat. Everybody stand up. You've been relaxing too long. We gotta stand. Everybody has to squat right now. 1, 2.
Is this Richard Simmons' workout TV show?
This is my favorite game. How about you all?
Your Scottish is showing. Who the fuck is Richard Simmons?
I am not Scottish!
I always get it wrong. I was gonna say
Here's a funny story I'll tell. So this happened like not too long ago too, like probably about a week ago or two. Have you guys been to that world called the 2-Ton Gym in VR chat?
No.
They have like,
Working
all the weights
out
up there. I go with my friends in that world. The first go there and they wreck the place. They throw the weights into the pool area. They throw the bottles on the ground, like everything there. So what happened was one night when everyone was there, they wrecked the place. So it was just a complete mess. I was bored during that night, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, this place is a mess. Well, what can I do right now? So I looked around. I was like, you know what? I might as well clean the gym for the hell of it. Because hey, why the fuck not? You know? Well, everyone's talking about like trauma stuff and stuff with their friends. I started like walking around the gym, just like picking the weights, putting them back up, putting the bottles at the bar, getting everything organized. And this one guy was like, "Oh my god, I felt bad for just like making this mess and have this one guy just clean it up." So I overheard him said that, and I was like, yeah, whatever, man, just picking up everything back where it belongs. And then just when I got everything cleaned up, the owner of that world was actually there during that night. So I walked into the locker room and I was like, "Hey, dude, I just cleaned up the gym for you." He's like, "Bullshit, man. You're bullshit." I'm like, "No, dude, look. Go look." He opens up the door and looks at the gym. He's like, "What the?"
You actually cleaned it.
You cleaned a digital gym.
Yep.
And then you found the reset button for the world in the corner, and we're like,
fucking. Actually, there was no reset for the world. So what happened was the guy looked at me and goes, "Did you do this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I did. You know what? Since you cleaned up the gym, I'm giving you a free t-shirt." "Wait, what?" "Yeah, I'm giving you a free asset that says you're staff because you cleaned up the whole gym." Oh shit, I got some free. Yay. After that, like, it was kind of funny. Everyone was looking at me like, "Oh my god, did you do all this?" I'm like, "Yeah, I cleaned up the whole entire gym in this world in VR chat." He even like pulled up the camera and started taking photos of the gym, like how nice it was and how the bottles were all organized and stuff. Like, I'm not joking, the boss of that world actually did that. Like, just the reaction on his face was priceless. But
wait until you actually clean a real life gym.
And that's pretty much about it, folks, for my story.
I'm just gonna have to visit you and your dad in Wales.
That is one shoot. What did you just say?
I said I guess I'm just gonna have to visit you and your dad in Wales.
I am not Welsh.
What is that? Oh, Newcastle. I've remembered.
And the term for that is Geordie. The term for that is called Geordie.
The Friday is starting. Oh no, I don't want that. This is the brief story and life lesson of how I got fired for my internship in college.
How'd you pull that off?
I am 30 years old, believe it or not. So 30 to 50 doesn't exist in the fandom. Just the way.
Oh my god! Half of my friends are 30 plus.
I ended up applying for and getting an internship in college that had me go out to Cincinnati. It was for a consumer packaged goods company. I was an analyst for them. Basically, I would show up to work. It was the pure office job that you could ever picture. However, the cool thing was, all the products that this company made, I was familiar with. Things like Airwick, they had Frank's Red Hot, they had Durex condoms. You could go to the little like shed or closet that this group had, and you could sample all the products. So they had everything that this company made in there, and it was really cool.
Did you sample the condoms? Is that where this is going?
No, but I did.
Cookies and cream.
Durex made like this like pleasure wand thing. They had, like 3 of them in there, and they were there for a couple weeks because nobody had the balls to take it, right? There was maybe 12 people in this office. And one day I go into the closet to get some Frank's Red Hot. They were gone.
Oh.
So somebody in the office went in and grabbed one, and naturally word spread around, so it was, oh my god, was it my manager? Was it the 60-year-old woman that's about to retire? Was it this other dude that I'm interning with? We didn't know. It was a mystery. But at the end of this internship, I had to do a project, and my project was on Airwick. I had to look at the yearly advertisements and the yearly sales for Airwick, and I had to say, okay, cool, this is what we could do next year to make sure that our sales are better. As long as you didn't fuck up, you got hired right out of college and you were good to go. I completely fucked up. I ended up going to present with all the other interns from across the country. They flew us in New Jersey, and we had to present in front of the CFO and the other C-suite people that were eventually going to say yay or nay on whether or not we were hired. And the data that I had gathered and the research that I thought I did made the Airwick manager in our office look absolutely terrible. It looked like Airwick was shitting the bed, and this poor woman was doing such a bad job that she'd be fired immediately. My interpretation of all the data that I gathered was so bad and so off that when I gave this presentation to these people, they're like, wow, oh my god, all right, this kid is great. He's finding something nobody else has found before. And then that night, we went out and we partied. It was all like the C-suite people, and it was all the suits or whatever for this company I worked for. While I'm drinking with these guys, they're like, yeah, so you made a lot of noise today. You really did something that we're not used to people seeing. And I'm hyped about this. I'm like, yeah. And then this dude walks up to me and he goes, hey, listen, Chaz, everything you said was wrong.
Oh no!
Everything you said was wrong. I found out right then and there in front of everybody that they were immediately terminating my internship after the party.
Oh no!
And, God! I proceeded to fly back to Cincinnati where the internship was, went into the office. Everybody looked at me like I had two heads. They're like, dude, what the hell did you do? Our office looks terrible now. And then the last 2 weeks that I worked there were absolutely miserable, so I proceeded to take as many products as I could from the free closet. And yeah, I flew home. They blacklisted me from the company, and to this day, I cannot work for RB, which is the company that I internship with. So
Congratulations!
That's how you get blacklisted from the company, ladies and gentlemen.
It kind of sounds like that party was just like the last thing you do before you die, like a good party. And then he started OnlyFans.
What is this? Woohoo! And then I started an OnlyFans. No.
Sweet lady queen is